M65s with Mercuries. Okay, we sell more M65s than anybody in the country. A couple of reasons that we rig them with the Mercuries. One, they were designed to take the Mercury. This is what Monterey wanted to build this boat with. With the Verado, you have a few things going on. You have a 4.6 liter V8, so the torque is tremendous. Low end power, mid range power, and your top end. But you have advanced midsection on the Verado. Right, the advanced midsection on the Verado, think of it like a roll cage in a race car. And you have a cage down inside there, and you've got torsion axles inside there. So basically what it does is, since you got that big torquey 4.6 liter V8, it's gonna wanna do a little rocking and rolling. So what that does is that grabs all that vibration, all that torque, and it just dissipates it all the way down and loses it through. Super smooth, super quiet. Big heavy duty gear case on here. One of the really nice features with the Verado is all your trim components are compartmentalized on here. Nothing's exposed. Your pumps are compartmentalized. Your trim cylinders are compartmentalized. You have no exposed seal sitting on the outside to the element. So if the boat's staying in the water, it's a much nicer setup than what you'd have on your, your standard outboard. Another thing when you get into the Verados are you have power assisted Verado steering. So since you have power assisted Verado steering, you have this advanced midsection. It allows us to mount the power head up a little bit higher and put our steering cylinder close to the motor and up in here. Being able to do that allows us to have a very small splash well on the transom. So when you trim this motor out of the water, you don't need a big splash well to hold all the rigging because it's all nice and neat and the steering's tucked up underneath. This boat with the Yamaha on it, there's a filler bracket that goes in here because you have to mount the motor higher, further back. It's not as clean and it's not as neat. So you have power assisted hydraulic steering standard on the boat with Verado. You also have DTS, which is fly-by-wire digital controls from the motor up to the helm, standard on the Verado as well. So you have a real nice complement to the whole package on here. Coming up on the boat, you're going to be spending most of your time back here on the swim platform when you get to F Cove or you get to Tice's or wherever you get. I mean, this is where most people spend most of their time on the boat when you get where you're going. So we've added a few features back here to make it, pretty awesome for you. The first thing you've got on here is you've got a 4-step boarding ladder on here. All right, pull it out. You want to show the people how big this ladder is because as little of a feature this is to a lot of people when they're thinking about it, it's a huge feature when it comes to function. When you've got little kids, older people, heavy people, you go out and you jump in the water and they can't get back on the boat, it ruins their day. They're not going back in the water again because they got embarrassed. And when Fat Aunt Susie comes out for a boat ride and she can't get back on the boat, she's sitting in the boat all day, miserable, wants to go home, ruins the afternoon for everybody. So you've got a big 4-step ladder. It goes real deep in the water. You can swim right up to it. You can get right back on the boat. This area here is insulated. So this is another cooler that drains overboard. So you can throw some ice in there, you throw some drinks in there, you've got some stuff right at your fingertips. We've added some cup holders back here. You also have a stereo remote control back here. And then you have a full fiberglass lid with the sea deck on top of it. So your ladder's not exposed, there's nothing you're gonna trip on. Once that ladder is deployed and it goes out, it's out. The lid goes on top, everything's closed off, it's nice and safe back here. On the back here, you have a lockable trunk. The mother-in-law suite, as I like to say that. So that's a lighted compartment. You got tons of room in there. You can put skis in there. You can put kids in there that are getting out of line. Throw your beach bags down inside there because you got 8-9 people on the boat. You're gonna have bags, you're gonna have towels, you're gonna have tubes, you're gonna have lots of stuff. So you want to have easy access to get to it, and that allows you to do it. Sometimes people will look at it. It's not a bad idea. Crawl in there. Show them how big it is. Nothing expresses how big it is when somebody crawling inside there. But little things that you got going on. You got drains that go overboard in here. Catch any water that runs up. Fully finished liners on the inside. All finished washers. All stainless steel hardware through there. So then you have a rubber liner floor mat down inside there. So that keeps everything elevated off the floor. Keeps air circulating. Doesn't let things get moldy. And this does lock too. So if you're gonna go out to lunch, lock everything in the boat. It's all safe, it's all secure, it's real nice and neat. You've got this boat's equipped with the optional flip back lounger. So you quickly flip that down, Gives you a nice chase. That's what's real cool about this boat. So you can do a lot of different things with seating. So you flip it down to chase, now you got a full sun lounge, right? You're gonna go run the boat, you're gonna go get where you're gonna rock and roll, you just easy flip that thing back, now you have your seating back inside here, real nice and easy. You get the F-cove, you wanna have a transom seat, but you don't wanna pull anybody out of, out of the way. You just add 2 more seats in the boat once you got to where you're going. Real neat feature. We got flat stock stainless steel instead of tubular stock stainless steel that you see in a lot of boats. It's lean, it's thin, it doesn't take up a lot of space, it's really not all that bulky. This boat's equipped with a battery charger. The battery charger is simple 110 plug. You don't need shore power at your dock or anything else. Plug your 110 in. That will charge your motor battery first, and then there's an isolator in there that will click you over your house battery as well. And a freshwater shower that just pulls right out on here. If you can grab the top. One thing you want to know about these freshwater showers, when you're pulling them out, turn them sideways. If you try to pull them out like this, they won't come out. You turn them sideways, they slide right out. It's just how they fit in there, that's how they do it. You got a transom door back here. Just keep the kids in, keep things from flying out. You got little dogs, you keep them down inside here as well.
When you're running, are people sitting back here facing this way?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Batteries
You
on.
go contagious, man. Hit a bolt, man.
So you got all acrylic doors on everything inside here. Looks real nice. It's finished off real well. Fusion stereo right inside here. You also have, you can take your phone and plug it right into your stereo in here. Throw your phone in there, it'll stay charged, and you can run your music right off of any of your remotes and the stereo itself with the phone plugged in. Or obviously you can do Bluetooth on there too.
Think that's a cone speaker, huh?
Yeah, those are cone speakers.
Cone speaker.
You got a trash can in here, and you also have your dual battery switch, and you have your main circuit breakers back inside here. There's only 1 or 2 fuses on this boat in total. Everything else is all on push button circuit breakers, so there's no more fuse panels to rot out or anything else. It's just like your house, you have breakers on there. Then on the top, you have positive and negative terminals on here. You can hook a booster pack up right to there if you had dead batteries. You don't have to open the engine hatch up. You can get the boat fired up, get the motor trimmed up. You can get this hatch opened up to swap batteries out without having to go crazy. So give you a nice access point on there. Coming into the boat, this is a standard seat. They do have an option for a wet bar in here if you want it to have a wet bar in there. 99% of the boats we sell have this seat, not the wet bar. Underneath this seat, you have a pull-out cooler. So the pull-out coolers are nice because you can take them off the boat, rinse them out, dump them out. So it's not built in. Underneath this seat, you have a hinged cushion with another pull-out cooler in here. You want to point out that it's a hinged cushion. There's a lot of boats you got to pull the cushion out here, hold the cushion, get what you want out of the cooler, then put the cushion back. People got to move. It's a pain in the ass. This, you just flip it up. You get what you got to get out of the cooler. You do your thing, put it back down, put the cushion back down. You're done. They added another armrest in here too with a couple more cup holders. So if you don't need the extra room with the seat, you have that. You want to work your way front to back into the boat and go up the boat this way. Okay, you want to go left side to right side. You want to elevate the helm. So you've got storage underneath this cushion here that all drains out as well. And you also have storage underneath this cushion as well. So you have a couple more storage compartments down inside here. Now standard, this boat comes with 2 captain's chairs. This boat's equipped with a full back lounger, which is a real nice setup. We order pretty much all the boats this way because it allows you to sit either forward facing or you can sit rear facing. So if you're doing water sports, tow sports, you're pulling a tube, you're pulling a wakeboarder, you can flip this seat on back and someone can sit back this way and be your spotter, or it's just a cool place just to chill when you're running around and you can get a different view on what's going on. So again, the versatility with the seating in the boat it really comes into play, and people really like it. So you want to say, hey, you get bored, and you want to face that way, now you face that way. Now you have a choice. You're not just stuck.
Even more so,
Exactly. And you're not stuck, so you don't have to. You can change it if you want to. You got a big heavy-duty head door in here. You know, they style it real nice so you don't even know it's there. But what they come around and do is, bring that camera over here. You've got a full one-piece fiberglass liner for the bathroom. There's no carpet in there, there's no vinyl in there. You miss your target, you hit it with a hose, you rub it, wipe it down, you're fine. So light inside there, countertop, sink, and then we also put the optional port light on the side there, which is that window that's on the side of the boat. Gives you a little natural sunlight, lets you crack a window in there because it's not exactly your bathroom at your house, you know, so it gives you a little bit more room in there. But you got, I mean, you look at the door, you want to point the door out. Like, look how heavy duty this door is. This door is real solid. The hinges are huge. You know, heavy duty, overbuilt. You know, the door's solid. We put a nice vinyl brow on top there. It's kind of give you like a little more of an automotive styling going on. But I mean, I'm 220 pounds. Yeah, that's a solid door. You know, when you're running in a lot of these boats, these things rattle, they bang, they shake loose, they pop open. You don't have to worry about that in this boat. You've got a lockable glove box on here, which is pretty nice. You got a little area to hold your cell phone, your iPad, and then throw your wallet, maybe keep your maps up there. One of the things they did a really nice job too is you have a real wide walkthrough. So you're not having to turn sideways to get to the front of the boat. One thing to point out, because a lot of boats, they're really, really tight, so you can't get to the bow. You got a nice heavy duty windshield on here. You know, again, I'm 220 pounds. I mean, it's a real solid windshield. There's no flex, there's no give in it. You got a door that closes off, so you shut that and you shut the windshield. That'll give you basically the protection as if you had a cabin on the boat. You know, knock the wind down, keep the wind from blowing in through the boat, so it keeps you real well protected. It keeps you a little bit warmer on those cooler